Good morning and welcome back to Project Seawolf. So today is the day we are getting the mast taken off. I need to go around and see if we can loosen up all these turnbuckles. And yeah, she's coming down today. Of course, it's windy and rainy. And for the past few days it's been bright and sunny. It's supposed to be bright and sunny for the next few days, but I've got help, at least from the yard. So the crane should be here pretty soon, and I need to see if I can loosen up these turnbuckles. Okay, I didn't really have to do anything to this one. It spins pretty nice. As far as the other ones are concerned, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go around and test them all. Okay, the yard dude is kind of pissed off because I didn't take all the pins out first. I think I had to, but well, I mean, of course you have to take the pins out, but yeah, I gotta take these turnbuckle pins out before we can do anything. Probably all of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the stuff in there.
Yay.
There it goes. Fucking sounds. Just easy. Yep, easy cable out. Yep, there it is.
Ooh, nice.
Right off of there. I'd say that was our problem.
Okay, so there's a wire down there.
Hold that.
Oh, okay, that's coming out the front. Okay, good. All right. Yeah.
That?
I think.
Yeah, I don't know where those wires go.
I think they went out the front. Oh wait, no, it goes through the deck, doesn't it? Yeah, just cut those.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Sweet.
Okay, so come over here, Kevin.
Yeah.
Grab the mast. It's going to want to swing forward a little bit.
Okay. Okay, the mast is off now. Learned a lot today. Never done this before on any boat. But yeah, look how... So I guess there was a plate here that had corroded to attaching to the mast itself, so much so that I felt the need to pick up all these screws, which I mean was gonna happen anyway because I want to seal it around here, and pull this through. This I think water gets in through here real bad, so I'm gonna have to explore that. Take this box out, figure out a better system for the mast wiring. But yeah, frees up a lot. No further on the front anymore. It's barely attached on the bobstay, so I'll just take the bobstay off and then take this whole bowsprit off, grind it out, rebed it, see if it's good enough to put back on or not. Wow, it's a power boat now. Well, doesn't have any power now because there's no engine, there's no mast. Crane could only come in on a weekday, so I'm working here for the day. Work my office job from a laptop. So for the rest of the day, I'll be here working my office job, and maybe on breaks I'll just do random small projects. Here are all the pins. They look pretty interesting. I think they're bronze, aren't they? So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, that's a big thing that I can take off the list now. Haha. I'll probably remove that and add like 10 more things. Because, yeah. It was a lot. Okay, welcome back. It's the afternoon, and I brought in these pieces of teak that were kind of like covers for these. I mean, this one, or they were covers for the pull-out drawers that used to be here. So I'm thinking of reincorporating them as drawers, but not like attached to like Tupperware. They used to be the front of Tupperware, so they have these big like kind of buckets glued onto the back of them, and so when you pulled them out, there's just like kind of convenient storage. But I want these areas to not be so wasteful on space. So basically what I'm thinking of doing is, what's really nice about this is that I don't have to use a bunch of foam to rebuild these. I can just clean up these pieces of wood, put them back on, cut out the thing that you pull out to reach in, and then put these on the front, kinda. So then you'll have side access to the reach-in areas. Yeah, not watertight, but pretty nice for the storage, I think. But I have to rebuild these storage areas. And if you've been following the channel for the past 2 episodes, that's exactly what I've been learning how to do with the whole epoxy thing. I think I'm gonna get another set of epoxy ready to, or maybe I should move on to tabbing it in this time, actually, because I have the forms in there. I just need the chop straw to be tabbed in, and that's to keep anything from rolling underneath, because there's voids here and up in here where things can like roll down and into the bilge, and I want to prevent that. Just make the storage areas basically just be able to throw something in there and not worry about it ending up in the bilge. continuing that process. And then once it's kind of layered up in there, then we can paint it and then actually store things inside there, and that'll be weird because then I won't just have stuff all out and about. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that'll be nice. So yeah, you can see how this is kind of coming together. Maybe I'll just laminate these boards and secure them in a way that I can take off, because actually that might be pretty cool, as if this was kind of like a lifting. Yeah, hey. And I'll secure it with a magnet here, because I'm putting in a crossbar. Putting in a crossbar for support here, and then I'll probably be, yeah, and I'll be adding fiberglass to the front, and then maybe, yeah, I like that idea. I'll make these hinged so that you can just whoop, do that, and also these hinged down here so you can also open it up that way. There'll be that awkward crossbar in the middle, but then it'll be very easy to get things in and out of, and you can just reach in for quick stuff in the front if you really want to. So I think that'll work out pretty well, honestly. Now for these, maybe I'll just have a kind of like finger hole here, hinge up, also secured down with neodymium button magnets in the corners. It's all working out pretty good, I think. Yeah. Okay, I did some thinking and some ordering. So I'm gonna take these off because these catch clothes and end up tearing stuff up. So I'm gonna take these off, get the push button ones, and those will latch in on the inside of something hanging down from here. I got enough push button latches to cover all the hinges in this boat, and yeah, I've got these ones that fit over here, and so that will also happen, and this one over here, and in the head. This one's a real doozy when you're getting into try to go use the bathroom to the head. Yeah, that'll get you. Okay, I've got the table all laid out. I've got 130 inches of space that I want to tab in there. Ooh, plus that seam that runs vertically. So let me just measure that. 15 inches, so let's say 150 inches of this, so that's 3 lengths of this whole tube. So I'm gonna cut 3 strips, and then I'm gonna cut 3 strips, 150, and then I'm gonna cut the last section into a 20 and a 30 strip, and then we'll have our first layer of tabbing for this mini project in the cover. And it might be enough, honestly. I mean, it doesn't need to be very strong. It's just kind of holding things in there. Yeah. So. Okay, I mixed up 8 ounces of epoxy. I'm gonna start from the back of the storage container and work my way forward, because I think reaching over drying epoxy kind of sucks. It seems like a strong strategy to me. Starting with the hardest to reach place and then bringing it forward. So yeah, it's been 3 minutes of mixing, and I guess I'm just gonna pour it over this. Let me bring it closer. Okay. I don't know if that was too much, but right now we're wetting the fiberglass. Okay, I don't think that was enough actually. I might need to mix another batch. Oh my gosh, which is kind of awkward. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to mix another batch. Just halfway through. Jeez. Again, if you're here to learn, you're probably in the wrong place. I see why you wet it beforehand, because this is just a mess. Yeah, it seems like there's not enough epoxy. Wow, it is quite thick. I see why people want longer drying time now with this, yeah, or longer working time with the material. Yeah, because this is thickening up really fast. See, I probably should have taped down the wax paper better. Yeah. Well, hopefully I have time to mix up another batch. I mean, when I had the thickened epoxy, it took forever to get thick, but this is just crazy. So I mix up another few ounces. That ended up being a lot more than I thought, but that's probably a good thing at this point. Now I don't know which side is the proper side to start with when you lay it in there. If it's the first side that you wetted or the second side. You'd think it'd be the stickiest side, so probably the second side. Or the first side you wetted. This is the first time I've ever done fiberglass and epoxy, so I mean, you saw me try to do the thickened epoxy and that was a disaster. But it worked, and now I have walls where I didn't before. And yeah, it hardened like rock, so it's not going anywhere. It's part of the boat now. This should also strengthen the settee area too, so kids are jumping on the bed. It'll be extra strong. Yeah, I might add some more tape to the wax paper because I've got to peel this up off the wax paper and then add another layer, and then I can put it in where I want it to go. So let's flip this over. Wow, okay, the other side has a lot of epoxy on it already. Okay. That might be too much, actually. I know I said that last time, but... yeah, I'm definitely going to add more tape to the wax paper before the next one. But yeah, this second side doesn't absorb as much. I think the epoxy is well in the chop right now. Maybe I'll do a short length, the short vertical length after this one with the stuff that's cooking right now, so that's sticky and might hold better to the vertical surface. Okay, peel this off and try to see if I can finagle it into place. Thank goodness this isn't going to be in a place people can see, because, yeah, definitely not another proud moment. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of stray fibers. I think that's just the nature of chopped straw. So right now I'm just trying to get kind of a smoother finish. It is a really awkward place. And I'm getting tons of chopped straw off. Okay, I got the side beam on, just with the thick stuff that was left in the cup, and man, it thickened up real fast. Super fast, especially with all this, all the extra fibers in it. I'm gonna mix up another batch and put some wet stuff over the top of these, and yeah, maybe while I'm at it, I'll just do one of these sides too, all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so yeah, I didn't have enough epoxy to put enough on here, so I'm gonna mix up another batch and quickly wet down the outside of this chopped straw layer. It looks pretty good, but kids are the Latati family. If you're wondering what war crimes happened in the bow SETI storage area that made it look like that, Daddy's sorry. Daddy's very sorry. It was his first time with epoxy and he didn't know any better. Oh man. Yeah, it's so hairy. Okay. Gotta clean that up and yeah, and come up with a better... I mean, I really like this. It was really fast to do. I just know I can do it much better, and definitely getting better with the epoxy, getting to know the material better. But yeah, again, I can do it better. I know it. Fiberglass is down. I've rolled out the fiberglass with this little roller, and kind of rolled out bubbles where I could. So it's actually looking pretty good, like wet toilet paper almost. Yeah, rolled out as many bubbles. That's just thicker bits of chop. That might be a bubble, but it's looking pretty good, honestly. I'm happy with my first time using fiberglass and resin. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow, because I'm coming back on to the boat tomorrow, and yeah, I'll book it and see if it turned out okay. If you liked the episode, give a like and subscribe, and if you really like the episodes, check out the Patreon. I'm giving out t-shirts, ProjectSeawolf t-shirts. I've got one on the screen right here. And to every new patron at $5 and up. And I've been delivering them all over the world. Germany, Illinois, all over the US. So that's the description, that's the link at the top of the description. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the episode, and thank you to my supporters. I have them on the screen. They really made it possible. They really made it possible for me to take the mast off today, and been very supportive, and they get episodes about a month in advance on the Patreon. So moving forward, we're gonna make this boat real nice. Continue working on the storage areas, eventually getting to paint it white in there, build out the storage areas, add little button pulls for the forward parts and ways of getting off the top bits, and the interior is going to be super nice. And eventually, when I've saved up enough again, we're going to tent the whole boat and really get into the hull issues, the structural issues with the fiberglass, with the chain plates and the deck hardware. But for now, it's going to be a lot of smaller fiberglass work, knocking off the to-do list. Yeah. So pretty much everything on this side of the board, just knocking out that stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.